Fantastic, baby. Give me 1 second, let me get set up here. All right, yo, yo, yo. Ooh, oh, oh. How you doing, my love? Beautiful love, my baby. Yeah. Welcome everybody in the chat. Make sure you say hello. Whew. It is hot in here, baby. All right. Mystic Royal Collective, how are you doing? I'm running behind here, y'all. So. I hope you're doing fantastic. Hopefully you're vibing. Hopefully you're chilling, baby. Welcome everybody in the chat. What's up? Woo, woo, woo! Mr. Wolf in the house, baby. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. Make sure you say hello in the chat. Make sure that in case we get disconnected, make sure you put a like in the video. If you're kind of liking the vibes at any moment, make sure you're subscribed and share the live with anybody you know, my beautiful, beautiful Mystic Royal Collective, okay? Grab your beverage of choice. I got some, not a sponsor, I got some nice kombucha. It says berry blend kombucha. But I'm gonna be honest, it ain't very good. It ain't the best flavor I've had for sure, you know. Tell me where you're tuning in from. Put it in the chat. I love to hear from you. You're beautiful, you're wonderful. Any direct questions, funnel them over to my Instagram. Thank you so much for the like, yo. Grab a snack. I got plenty of snacks. So, yo, Javon Myers. Jamaica. Yes. That's so cool. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. You're wonderful and you're beautiful. I love everyone of my Mystic Royal Collective Wolfpack family. Signaling to put a like on the video and make sure you're subscribed in case we get disconnected, baby. So this is a general chill sesh general reading. So just kind of whatever comes out, comes out. The fact that you're here could be meaning you're just here for the vibes and us chill, or you know, maybe there may be a message for you, okay? So thank you so much. Make sure you do say hello in the chats. Be immortalized in my videos as I respond to you. Make sure you just keep it respectful. We can agree to disagree even if you don't believe in, if something's not resonating, you know. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Well, that is what I always say, you know. I ain't trying to change no one's mind. I just trying to speak what messages come to mind. And you have the power to choose how that would affect and how you can use that to integrate positive change in your life. I'm gonna keep this one card here. Woo! Okay. All right, collective. Universe. Oh shoot. You've been hearing me? Thank you so much. You already liked and subscribed. Thank you, Javon. You're amazing. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. There we go. You're going to hear me better. I just realized I had the microphone off to the side. It's crazy. So there's a couple cards that kind of stuck out earlier. Maybe this one other. Maybe. Anyways, I'm going to keep it rolling, right? While we're getting situated, make sure you share this video with anybody that you know, okay? So that way that we can get them on board and see if they vibe with the Mystic Royal Collective. I like to always start off with some cleansing, okay? So got some sage here, my love. So gonna activate the sage cleansing, my dear. So if you consent to said cleansing of all type, I also do some, I like to do some kind of like energy, almost like a initiation or kind of like in a positive way, like stagnant energy needs to be moved. And sometimes it's good to have a little of assistance with that. It's only as powerful as you believe it to be, my dear, okay? Make sure that you trust in yourself, because at the end of the day, it's the power received is already from you. We are in a journey of remembering who we are as cosmic divine beings, my love, okay? That's what it's about. Thank you for the love. Love you right back, baby. Wolfpack family. Feel the sage cleansing, my love. Yes. If you accept a sage cleansing, say, I consent. All right, it's starting to cool down now. Temperature in my house dropping a little bit more. Time to get activated, baby. But we already activated, baby. We turned up, baby. Turned up. Yes. You hear this music? That's cool. Yeah. All right. Where do we start now? Cheers, everyone, to a beautiful night, y'all. Gonna have a beautiful evening. Make sure you share this live if you think anybody's just down to chill for the vibes and chill it with us, y'all, baby. Let's get people on in this here, up in this, right? This is gonna sound weird, y'all. Any kombucha fans in the house? Tell me that's cool. Jovan Myers, thank you so much. All right, y'all. Take what resonates and leave the rest, but I also have, like, you know, I'm a human being and I consume food. So, strangely enough, grinding some fresh pink Himalayan salt and adding it to your favorite kombucha, it gives it a really good flavor. It's almost kind of like equivalent to, like, if you're getting that nice margarita, mi amor. You get the margarita, mi amor, you get that salt rim, baby. Maybe you get a little black salt rim on there. Maybe you get a frozen baby. But not, well, you know. Hey, I just dive it right into it, frozen. So it's kind of like, sometimes you gotta resist, like, not letting go, you know, of your ways. You gotta experiment with new things sometimes, even if it sounds kind of weird or woo-woo. You know what I'm saying? So I ground up some pink Himalayas straight from the Himalayas. And I put it inside, and I'm like, damn, that's good, baby. So try it and tell me what you think. Yeah. So, what was it? Some other pun I was gonna make too. It'll come back if it's meant to be. It's probably a sign. Get on the reading, man. Get on the reading, baby. It's time to you to dive into your authenticity. Lilith, goddess Lilith. You're beautiful, you're wonderful, Lilith. Thank you so much. She is a goddess that I work with. She's wonderful. It's all about helping you to be your authentic self, baby. You know what I mean? Dive into the seductive aspects of yourself, my love, that you have been putting back because some people say, oh my God, a little too much, man. You know, you're gonna have them people and, you know, hey, ex-people pleaser, yo, nice to meet you. You know, you're gonna have people out there that's trying to get you to dim and bring you down to their level. And if you are in love with said person or lust, this is probably a lot of cases more lust, you know. But karmic lessons nonetheless, sometimes that we signed up for. I kind of think, oh shoot, that kind of made me think of like, have you ever seen any anime fans in the house? Death Note, you know what I mean? Go like, I'll take a potato chip and eat it. Take a look in my profile, by the way. I'm doing some voice acting. That kind of stuff always sounds fun to me. Anybody that's doing any cartoons or like anime, let me know. Could voice one of your characters. I think that'd be pretty dang cool. If you're interested in a collab or working with Mystic Wolf at the Mystic Royal Collective, please reach out to me on Instagram. Follow me there. If I get 1,000, I get to go live there as well, like I am here. And we just share in the love and the authenticity, baby. That's you. Get that fire burning from within yourself and quit excusing yourself. Like, quit trying to put excuses. And why you're not rising up, my love, the way that you know that you want to be rising up. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's time to get down to the root of things and figure out, maybe to some, where are your roots? Where do you come from? Where are your roots, baby? Who are your ancestors? Who's your natural blood relatives? Please try to understand that I think that the thing hanging from the wolf nose looks like a fishing lure. Oh, I see what you're saying. Feel the sage cleansing, baby. So fun fact, this is actually, it's a pair of earrings. So I have two masks. I have a shadow mask and I have a light mask, right? Because it's about that duality, baby. So I got two of them. And I don't got no pierced ears and I'm not really trying to do that right now. Maybe in the future, who knows? But I was like, how cool would it be to add it? Made me think of like a Naruto, you know what I mean? With the Hokage. Made me think of one of that, they got them hats with the little danglies on it. And that's actually got a little wolf on it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, a fishing lure, yeah. Hey, I got y'all here, baby. I lured y'all in, baby. With the vibes, you know what I mean? With the, wolf vibe. I don't have any moderators right now on, so give me 1 second. Forgive me if it's what is it? Some message, you know. I would. Oh, okay, yeah. Let me. Does it show it on there? I saw the movie. I have to set moderation to moderate, the auto moderation, because you know, Sometimes I got mouths in the chat, sometimes I don't. So, but anyways, here, I might have to cover this up just a little bit, but this is very symbolic of like where we came from, you know what I mean? And this here specifically, so this here is the Goddess Queen of the Night's Oracle Grimoire. New song just kicked in just in time too as we continue the reading, baby. Is that ball in front of you? Yes, it is. This is a it's a glass crystal ball, my love. I was fortunate now. I mean, I'm wishing the company the best. I just happen to, you gotta watch out for scams, by the way. Oh, and speaking of which, just know, Mystic Royal Collective, I will never reach out to you first. So if anybody try to reach out to you that's a scam, you gotta reach out to moi first. That's why I always say Instagram, TikTok too, X. Anyways, I do that a lot. So, womb, ancestors. I gotta cover up a little bit because it may be semi-graphic. But there's the two snakes focusing. See that? Oh, look at that. That duality that makes me think, right? In the womb of my lineage, I honor and heal the ancestral wounds that are within me. By the way, this here, I don't think I read the bottom part. It's the mantra. This is a shadow work deck to help you to deal with the parts that you've been kind of like letting it simmer within, right? So demoness, authenticity. Boom, baby. Yes. Marian Hampson, hello in the chat. How you doing? If you liking the vibes, put a like in the video. If you want more action in the future, consider subscribing. But in case we get disconnected, connection can be a little janky, a little bit all over the place at times. But it's time for you to dive into your authenticity, my love. I embrace all aspects of myself, turning societal shadows into my source of light. Become that lighthouse. Lay that foundation. Find where you've come from. Womb, ancestors, my love. It's a beautiful deck here. The symbolism, the artwork. 32 or 26 could be significant. And time for you to get a little bit of clarity. So this is one I wanted to stick around. As I was putting away from the last reading, I felt compelled to just say, bloop, and leave that one behind for this reading here. 11 is, it's prime number, right? Could be significant for you. Air clarity, yeah. Baby. The wind sweeps away doubts, clarifying and freeing my thoughts to choose my path. Yes. Fly like an eagle into the future. Fly like an eagle into the future. That's what I feel like now, this clarity. You gotta soar, baby, you gotta be free. Fly like a future. Oh. I'm gonna share in a little bit as I catch up with the chat in a quick second about a way that a person can time travel in a way on their own, in a way. Take how it resonates and leave the rest. Things only have as much power as you give it because your mind, my love, is such a beautiful thing. We're all part of the same whole mind, my love. Divas. Wait, let me see. Wait, hold on. Wait. Diva. Oh, okay. Diva Sea Goddess. I almost said it. I almost read it. I almost said Devasea Goddess. That's how I was reading it before. Devasea Goddess. It actually sounds pretty cool too. Diva Sea Goddess. Welcome in the chat. Oh, shoot. Make sure you like the video if you haven't already. And consider subscribing if you liking the vibes. Share my profile. All these things are free, by the way. This is the least I could ask for you. That helps out the channel, helps out the algorithm. So, but yes, Diva Sea Goddess, I'm doing fantastic tonight. I'm so glad. Just by the way, maybe this could be a thing. Hashtag Ish is 30 minutes. So I'll be putting on, if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, I'll be putting little announcements when I go live here. And when I do that, then it's like, okay, I'll say this time-ish. And to me, ish, like I'm running on Hispanic time. I'm half Hispanic. So like I'm like partially running on Hispanic time, which kind of is like getting casually late. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, if you know, you know, my fellow Hispanic fans in the house. And ish, I'm like, that's kind of like a little bit of leeway. It kind of buys me a little bit of time. You know what I'm saying? I have that tattoo on your ankle. Oh, of the air sign, like this one? Or are you talking about of the womb, the ancestors, which that'd be pretty awesome too. Focusing with the snakes. Diva C Goddess, thank you for interacting. Everybody else in the chat, feel free to interact. Yeah. Cheers, grab your beverage of choice, whatever that may be. Boom, baby. You get ASMR, you get everything here. The air sign, thank you for clarifying. We're gonna do, I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here. I'm kind of vibing, I'm just chilling for the whole night. So, air sign, by the way, maybe what just came to mind, typically have to do with like thoughts in one's mind, and you got a lot of thoughts going on in your mind. Let's see, we haven't decided on a name yet. I haven't decided on a name, but maybe if you can help me out, chat. I've had this crystal for a little bit, and like,
hello, how are you doing? You doing okay? I hope your day's going well today. I'm so glad to have you here in a mystic way.
it kind of sound like Lord of the Rings dude from check this out.
The presses. Where's the presses?
Is that from what's his name in the freaking Lord of the Rings? Someone help me out. God. Yeah. She's like, got him. Yellow Rose 48, welcome in the chat. Glad to have you. Cheers. And Diva C Goddess, thank you. Yes. Cheers to everybody in the chat. Grab your beverage of choice, day beverage, afternoon beverage, or night, or anytime. Because it's 5 o'clock somewhere, baby, if that's your vibe too. I got kombucha right here, baby. And some water.
My precious, where's the precious?
And the precious should have to do with your lineage, where you've come from, my dear. Tuning into your intuition. Put a like in the chat and share this live with other people. Let's get some Sun Tzu Art of War Oracle deck. Got some fierce potential words of wisdom. Nurture your friendships, my love. Screenshot if you need to. Focusing. The human condition requires that to be whole, each person establishes a network of interpersonal relationships to help realize their human potential. The true power of friendship cannot really be understood or explained. It can only be experienced. A friendship network does not grow in linear fashion. It grows in all directions. One friend is of great value. What then is the value of two? Duality, baby. Maybe you can adopt your shadow side as your friend. Imagine how powerful of a connection that would be. You're talking about? What you talking about, baby? That would be a divine powerhouse just within yourself. Bottom of the deck says, you can't be friends with everybody. So yes, again, ex-people pleaser here. Nice to meet you. We can't be doing that, y'all. Can't be doing that with everybody. Diva C Goddess, I'm connected to beautiful Egypt. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I have this here, by the way. I'm gonna share the link here. I was gifted this. It's beautiful. little scarab beetle with, I think it's like a simulated turquoise, I believe. It's absolutely beautiful with the clay. Protection, baby. No need to fear, but know that these symbols and everything, they still have power. Scarab beetle means so many things, but what comes to me is like freedom with that air. We talk about flying away, being free, going with the flow, my love. You know what I mean? Which is really what life is about. If you stop fighting it, and just love yourself a little bit more. Still doesn't mean that you just go with the flow and go into everything. That's why it says you can't be friends with everybody. You still got to put in the work, you know? So friends do what they do because they are our friends and we love them. They do it because they know it is the right thing to do. But while some people can be our friends, others cannot. The difference is that friends can be inconvenience, annoying, troublesome, expensive. Let me iterate that again. Expensive and taxing, but we will forgive them. Depending on your worldview, does anything exist outside of the self? Something to consider. I think that belief system is called solipsism. Somebody put it in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. Is a belief that the only thing that we are of certainty that exists is the self. So just like Rick and Morty, when they're in that game, Morty gets trapped in it. He was the only person, but then he was everybody at the same time, right? But it was reflected through him because, like, okay, whatever you have within your projector, which is your eyes and your vision, there's some light and there's some frequency that is emanating somewhere for you in some frequency. So that's how you are able to shift world lines, you feel me? Because the power of your mind, to me, that's that spiritual vehicle within yourself, the Merkaba, baby, the consciousness vehicle. So that's why manifesting, you envisioning yourself already having the things that you have. And that's why it sounds so crazy to everybody, because some things it sounds impossible, and some things, like, you know, based on the simulation, it may take even longer potentially, but you know, it's really all about your belief. So, but to me, if you allow yourself even to just, maybe some people say it's foolish, who knows? But on your alone time, consider a reality, if you don't agree with it, what if you were the only person that actually existed? Would you view life differently? Would you care about half the things that you actually care about? Now, obviously, for those that have people that divine fractals that are reliant upon your care and help for survival, please continue. You know what I'm saying? So this is simply on a time you have to spend by yourself. And if you are not allowing yourself some time to heal on your own, it's very important to allow yourself a little bit of time to recharge in your own energy, because then you start to forget who you are. Catch up in the chat. Feeling the sage cleansing, baby. I'm gonna put it in this direction. See, is it gonna be able to see better? Yeah, well, what's going on there? You're seeing it better now. Wow, thank you. But I'm Romanian, really strange combination, and I live in the Netherlands. Oh, you live in the Netherlands. Thank you for sharing, that's awesome. Can you imagine? Oh, that sounds like it'd be beautiful there. I don't know. I have a desire, and I know it will happen, you know what I mean? I am looking, you know, I'm at a point right now where, like, considering hiring a personal assistant. So I'll occasionally mention that from time to time. Yeah, because over time it becomes a lot. Anyways, but if you're interested, again, in working with the Mystic Royal Collective, consider reaching out on Instagram. I love you, you're beautiful. So, without further ado, let's continue. Let's do a quick intermediary sage cleanse here. I have a necklace with the Eye of Horus. Yeah, so this ring here, by the way, stainless steel, focusing, please, no. See that? He caught it for a second. He's looking at you. It's glowing. It's seeing you. Yes. Anyways, you get the idea. You are seen, Miss Diva Sea Goddess, and so is everybody else. Has the Ankh on the side too, like 2 on each side. And I got it at some spiritual community area around here. It was just a town, like the town itself. No events or anything. I just always been told that I had a pull to go there, and it was a something that was intended to have gone in the past and never went. So I was like, you know, shoot, I just go by myself. And I had a blast. It was awesome. I got 2 epic rings. I got this one too. Look at that. It's like a Chinese dragon, and or when I did a Google Lens on it, it showed wolf images, like Nordic type ish, maybe. Well, not really Nordic. No, because there's some like Asian characters. Definitely Chinese dragon. Maybe wyvern. That's something that kept coming up to mind. They have kind of like some wolf characteristics or something. Forgive me, I'm trying to open up this. This thing right here. It's giving me a little bit of. It being a little too cheesy with me right now. I ain't trying to work with me right now. Yeah, all right, cool. All right, so hey, don't judge me, y'all. I know some people, they be like right here, string cheese right here. Some people, they say it's a requirement to have to peel the thing always like this, which not gonna lie, pretty good. But sometimes I be just doing, same thing, kind of. Not really. Same thing with like a chocolate bar. Some people say that if it has a little perforations in it, that you must separate the squares and eat it as such. And I'm like, you know what? What if I'm the only one eating the chocolate bar? I'm just gonna grab that chocolate bar. I'll take that chocolate bar and eat it. Yes. All right, let's continue. That was good. Yummy. Where's Loki? I don't know, not the salesman. Low-key, I have no idea. I'm not my brother's keeper. No idea, just around here somewhere. I think he was working with some hypercube or something, according to the Marvel Universe. I mean, at least when you're talking about... Okay, forgive me. If you're talking about actual Loki, like, I'm thinking Marvel right now. Because I'm kind of like in movie mode right now, in a way. There's a... I'm so sorry, forgive me, yeah. So... Because they came from the mythology originally, and obviously they put a Hollywood spin on it and everything, but yes. It's gonna do some intermediary cleanse. Continue to feel the sage cleansing and accepting it, my love. If you consent to the selenite wand energy move around, energy igniting, whatever you want to call it. It's something to help activate and to help stagnant energy get flowing. So stand still. You consent, say I consent. Just enjoying a glass of wine with Thor. All right, take a deep breath on the count of 3. Or 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath with it. Do one more. Yeah, red wine, Cabernet. A good Cabernet is good. I don't like sweet wines. I like, if I do sweet stuff, it's like something that's meant to be sweet, like a dessert. And I know what I'm getting into. Hold still, my love. And we're going to do an energy, just little, okay? Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share with anybody you know that maybe wants this cleansing. Make sure you consent. And let's begin. One more deep breath. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, universe. There's some rose quartz action there for some love, baby. Some labradorite for some activation of the third eye. Hold still, we're gonna rewrite history, baby. You have the power to rewrite your own history. Remember that, okay? Selenite pen here. Your turn, my love. Stand still. Relax. Deep breath. 3, 2, 1. Envisioned, put the intent to put a energetic force field around you, whatever I'm allowed to project into you to help you during this time. Just know that sometimes your guides require you to learn lessons on your own without having to rely on other people. That means also not avoiding the pain that could be associated with some of these lessons that are coming your way, or have already come your way, or you're currently dealing with right now. And I feel very much weighed on my heart to emphasize that, you know, it's time to stop evading things that may be in your mind that you know that you need to look into, and it's time to stop downplaying and ignoring your intuition. There's people that are waiting for you. There's people waiting for you. Even if they are divine fractals, and I know I go on the, whole, but what other thing exists outside of the self, right? But at the same time, that's that cosmic dichotomy, which is kind of crazy, where you can't go to the extreme. You still got to balance, and the ego exists to help tether us to this world here. You're never going to, the ego is not bad. It's the representation that keeps us here. It's how I take it. Again, it may be different for you and how it feels for you. But to me, that is our connection to this materialized realm, because, hey, look, we're infinite beings. Our whole infinite self cannot fit in each single fractal in this body. Think about that. Egos for survival. It's just our tether here, right? 2 of Swords, peace. Was on the bottom of the deck. And there's some residual energies potentially, maybe from the last. Always cleanse it, but sometimes there are some same cards that come up, and there could be similar themes among different messages and different readings from day to day. Sometimes I have people come in for a time. I'm Imora. Welcome in the chat. Thank you so much. I love you so much. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. Everyone in the Mystic Royal Collective is welcome here. Mystic Royal Collective. Wolfpack family. Consider liking the video and subscribing if you dig in the vibe so far. Share with anybody you know. These things are free, by the way. It helps out the channel. The algorithm. 6 of discs. Are you restricting your own success from raining on you? I feel there's some blockages in, like, and look, we have similar symbolism here with the swords. Too much defense, not enough letting go. So I feel that this was in the reverse because you're not letting go. So imagine all the access to all this abundance here that's just sitting there chilling, waiting for you. But you're doubting yourself. Why? Swords is that air energy. 2 of swords. What are you not deciding on? Like what are you not taking action on? These things at times weigh like a feather to you, and the guides probably don't allow it to feel as horrible in your energy while you're procrastinating, taking action. But then over time, it starts feeling like this. But notice something, the scale still weighs the same. It's just whether your guides that you have contractually prior to coming here have decided, okay, well, if I decide that before I remember more, which you're in a journey of remembering, if you ain't paying attention and listening to your intuition, it's going to be subtle whispers at first before it starts weighing down and just sometimes like hits the fan, and then it just weighs down. Well, this focusing going to drive me crazy. Anubis, Diva Sea Goddess. Do you work with Anubis, perhaps? I've been hearing a lot of Anubis stuff within the, I would say within the past, maybe a few weeks ago, I was hearing a decent amount at a time. Usually, sometimes it's kind of like maybe inquiring and maybe like touching base with different entities from time to time. Is how I see it. Kombucha gone, baby. Oh, it's your cat. Oh. Okay. you. I love you. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. That is awesome. Yeah, because whatever you name your animals, they end up reflecting those characteristics, especially depending on how much intention that you put in, especially if you do have a connection with the god Anubis, then you having such a connection, if you do, or plan to, or already, it sounds like you already are, right? That's not only increases that bond, but that's kind of like in some way, shape, or form, perhaps a channel more readily, potentially. That's awesome. Yeah, I've known people. I had someone in my past that she had a cat that she named after the goddess Athena. I absolutely love that cat. That cat was so beautiful. It was a black cat. It sounds like yours is a black cat too. And apparently, that cat, she hated men apparently, but she loved me. She freaking loved me. We had our moments. Dang, I love that cat. It was a beautiful cat. Knight of Cups, Fire of Water. Boom, baby. Knight is the fastest moving card in the deck. You having a lot of emotions going on right now? That's kind of what I'm feeling. Maybe like waterfalls and maybe drama-filled stuff. You know what I mean? Oof. He is black and white. Oh, he must have a... Does he have a white belly? He has beautiful white side. Oh, that's awesome. I have to resist the temptation to get pets because, you know, I'm a lone wolf, baby. That's why sometimes I put the ish whenever I said I'm going to be on to this time. Ish is around 30 minutes, give or take. Give me a little leeway time, you know, as I get set up. But yes, no, that's amazing. Yeah, I would love to get down the road, get some potential, get a cat or anything. But I think of it this way though, like I'm kind of torn because let me see this. Forgive me, it might have white chin and okay, I don't know. Forgive me. Does it show it in there? It says white chin and a white chest for the cat. That's awesome. For Anubis, can you put the mask on and tell us something super? Ethan Woody, what's up? Everyone is super, my dear. Everyone is Superman or Superwoman or super whatever it is that you want to do. But the thing is that, my dear, it is, my love, it is up to you to decide what it is that you're going to choose for yourself. Something is only as grand or as pertinent as you give it. Allow yourself to have a little bit of free-flowing moment to allow things to happen in your life. Don't get too caught up in the Joneses. Don't get too caught up in the Matrix. Trying to tell you, you got to do this, you got to do that, you know what I'm saying? And they try to get you into debt, and they try to get you doing a whole bunch of bullshit. Hell nah. Hell nah. That's why I said you can't be friends with everybody. That's what we talking about. Because some people are the energy vampires that like this. They'll be like that and they're trying to get your energy, you know what I'm saying? Evie, hey in the chat, Evie786. Boom, sounds like the scales are balanced. Go with the flow state, baby. Go, boom. Yes. Chill with the Mystic Royal Collective. Chill with the Wolfpack family. A howl to the moon. Yes. You live with an energy vampire, do you, Diva Sea Goddess? That's unfortunate. Now, I'm curious though, what is a energy vampire to you? What does that mean to you? Because I want to remind you, Mystic Royal Collective, the amount of power that you inadvertently give to people by accident is ridiculous. Watch out now, because you can potentially give your power away for nothing, for no reason. And why? Dude, did I just come in here as you pull that card, start talking about energy? Energy vampires, yeah. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That just kind of came up. There's always going to be people trying to like put their fangs and stick their claws and get a little hook. And the thing is that you can't give them a reaction. You know what I mean? These people, these people find an in your energy if you give them an in. They only have as much power as you give them. You know what I mean? They're going to try to be in your energy. They try to drain your energy, bring down your vibes, bring down your light, and then try to make you feel stupid for you just trying to have fun. You know what I mean? And if those people kind of try to down your vibes, and vete a la calle, amigo. You know, vete a la calle, hit the road, amigo. Get out of here, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying now, obviously, like, this is where, like, more tethers makes it harder in the case that, you know, obviously, let's keep it real. We signed up on a soul level, the dotted line for whenever we incarnated, that we were going to experience certain karmic encounters with people during certain times. I feel, Diva Sea Goddess says, I feel drained. He attacks me every day, verbally abusive. Dang. I'm sorry to hear that. Evie says, nah, this is crazy. I need to know for sure because my intuition is telling me I'm dealing with one, but I've been trying so hard to believe it's all in my head. Well, you know, that's kind of the trick. And I think what I'm about to say could apply to whoever, you know. I'm just saying what I feel led to say. But thank you so much for everyone loving and liking the video. Keep sharing it, baby. I love it. But, you know, if you're dealing with like a narcissist or like, I think there are people due to unhealed traumas, because the way that people act, it's all from a unhealed standpoint. Because this is where you got to think of the cosmic duality of things, right? And I'm not gonna lie, like, I hope you know this is me not condoning any action anyone's doing. Me saying these things is from a place of empowerment. Miss Moon Honey, welcome. Thank you so much in the chat. You're wonderful, you're beautiful, everyone here in the Mystic Royal Collective. But that's why we said you can't be friends with everybody, because sometimes we get programmed or we get put in a position to feel that we are only as good as what we put out. And some people have that trauma on there, but some people, the thing is that depending on, now some people can exhibit narcissistic traits and tendencies at times, and if someone is truly, like, at least in this incarnation, have a capacity to change, or if they signed up that they would eventually change, then that's not going to be based on you, that's going to be on them. So either way, just know that you can never change someone. You can be brutally honest with them, and by you being brutally honest with that person, there is a potential hope that when you bring up legitimate concerns to them, or now it's a difference between, you got to word it as in a way that is just saying, hey, I noticed this or whatever, you know what I mean? And then you just kind of like saying your piece, and I feel it's possible to say it in an assertive but firm way where you're sticking to your boundaries, but it's still in a loving way, you know what I mean? And that takes time. It's easier said than done, because trigger fest galore. But just know, unfortunately, at least I'm speaking from my experiences alone, when you're dealing with a narcissist, there's really nothing you can do or say or anything that's going to make it better. In fact, reacting is actually what they're looking for, to dip their claws and to sink it in. So, because if they can get a rise or reaction from you in any way due to things that they're saying, and most likely a lot of times contradicting things that they've already said, it's because they feed off the validation, even if it means getting a rise out of somebody, getting like to see if they get angry or something like that. It's like, oh, well, now I know that by doing this, I have the power to control this and manipulate this person. But also it's like, then when you start realizing and waking up a little bit, and it's like waking up to the illusion that you chose, by the way. We can't escape accountability. We chose, but that's why it's so important to dive into our intuition and to listen to our own gut instincts. And you know you have them, you're just ignoring them. So I'm speaking to somebody here that needs to hear that. But the thing is that you already have the answers. It's just whether you're going to act on it. But also, comfort breeds stagnancy. If you're comfort in a situation, especially when it comes to stability, 6 disc pentacles. It was in the reverse though. Just because all these things are holding yourself up. And it's like the fear of letting go and listening to your intuition to get clarity. And see, that's what would happen is that then, so if you get in a situation where someone's trying to like say something to you, sometimes it's best to say absolutely little or even better, nothing, if you can say, and just walk away. And sometimes, you know, I tell people this, some connections are only meant to be for a time and for a season, and that's it. And that's why, like, I don't know, and I'm speaking only from my experience, and I don't have any like kids or anything like that. So I would imagine that's even just more outside of the self to have to think about, you know what I mean? So just make sure, obviously, you keep up with what you feel you need to be doing. But to me, it's all about awareness, you know what I mean? Awareness is what's going to help you. Let's see. Let me... TV. Alright, so it says here, sorry, I gotta catch up with the chat here. Grab your beverage and snack in the meantime, my love. Beautiful, you're wonderful. Energy vampires, feel he drains you every day, verbally abusive. Evie says, nah, this is crazy, and you know that for sure. Okay, I think I already read that one. That's true, it starts from unhealed parts, yes. Bang Bang, what's up, Bang Bang? Are you still in the chat? If you are, you're wonderful, you're beautiful, glad to have you. Put a like if you're liking the vibes, and consider subscribing if you want to see more action. Kind of made me think of the, we have where I work, there's a dish with the name Bang Bang in it. I'm not going to disclose exactly, there's so many places that have Bang Bang or Boom Boom or whatever. But it made me think of How I Met Your Mother, where it's like, if you know, you know, if you've seen it, but I just wanted to go, bang, bang, bangity bang, 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 bangity bang. Yes, Bang Bang, glad to have you, you're wonderful, you're beautiful. Diva Sea Goddess, you psycho narcissist, that's it. I mean, it's easy for people to go to the extremes, for sure. Diva says, Diva Sea Goddess, that makes it easy for you then, you're sure enough who they are, or what they are. I asked her to give me some time, I'm totally done. Dealing with, a pessimist, yeah, that's, that can be a downer, you know what I mean? Yeah, that can be a form of like someone that's like a pessimist. It's like they know that, or at least it may not work with you specifically, because obviously if you're having this kind of reaction, or maybe at least you initially, because some people use that as a form of comedy. I'm not a fan of that kind of comedy, because any kind of like self-deprecating humor and things like that we put towards ourselves, like we're literally casting spells, even in a joking manner, you know? So you never want to diminish your own power just for the sake of a joke, because then at the end of it, you're going to end up being a joke, you know what I mean? And just keep it real with you, keep it 100, you feel me? And you know, you don't want to set yourself up for success just for a laugh. You see how many people on like a lot of these like IRL YouTubers are like getting serious because they got to keep upping or in their mind they got to keep upping the ante, and they get into some really terrible things. Yes, yeah, those things can affect your sleep. Stress can affect one's sleep. Feel anxiety from them. Yeah, maybe take a little R&R to yourself if you can. Separate yourself. Go eat in a restaurant by yourself. That at least gets you like 30 minutes at least. You know what I mean? Even if, you know, just getting for lunch or something, you know what I mean? It's something powerful in going out to eat by yourself and being in your own company. It really is. I used to be the kind of person where it was like uncomfortable for me at first to do that. And then I started to realize, like, man, if I'm just waiting for people to go be able to do shit, then like I'm never gonna be able to do shit. So that's just like, okay. I see what you're saying. He said, don't Let's see. Anxiety, fear of letting go, and yes. I mean, change is hard, and we're just kind of like, this journey is not easy. You know what I mean? So when we find a seemingly what seems balanced at first, and probably was, level of like way of living, right? It's easy to want to get attached to that. And there's a video I saw, by the way, because I'm all about the type of attachments that you have really can hinder one's ascension to an extent. And that's, I'm not gonna lie, and that's what kind of gets me torn between like getting animals or anything like that, because like I love them, but I'm like, also my family has them, and you know, there's always opportunity for me to be able to live vicariously through other people, even for a moment. So I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, that just it's being able to just be in your own energy, you get a lot of insights the more you dive into the void within yourself, because we are entire collective. So you're able to tune into frequencies if you get yourself into a certain state and actually trust in yourself and have confidence in your abilities. She said, don't sleep with him if it takes energy. Well, I'm gonna have to keep that one hidden, just understandably so, because when the AI be scanning the messages, you know what I'm saying? But what she's saying essentially, that when you have like intercourse with someone, you're exchanging energy and potential abilities temporarily with someone as well. And I feel it doesn't have to be necessarily like actual, even in an encounter. You know what I mean? There's an exchange of sort, and when it comes to passion and sensual energy, that kind of magic is very powerful also. Look at some notable figures in history that have, some have known to have altered timelines based on their work, and others have, but just case in point, because you know that brings life. So that's why it's so powerful energy to work with. And if you have intention when you're with someone else, your partner or whatever, then imagine even more power that you both can manifest together. That's a beautiful thing. Let's see. But how do you let go without people turning you into a villain for doing what you need for the sake of your health? And if you don't want the person to feel abandoned? Well, I'm gonna just be blunt with you, Evie. And this is why my channel, this is why I have my setup the way that I do, and because a lot of people get triggered very easily, and that's through triggers you heal through triggers if you allow yourself to sit in and not attach yourself to a thought. So to answer your question there, when letting people go, it's out of a place of self-care and self-love. So if the other person feels abandoned by you taking care of yourself and actually prioritizing yourself, when the other person obviously hasn't been doing that or considering your feelings, it feels, based on what I'm seeing, that's their perception. If they feel that they're abandoned, well, I'm sorry, that's their perception, and that sounds like a personal problem for them to deal with, not you. I'm not my brother's keeper, said one of the first humans to exist. And I think it's the same thing. Like, you have to look out for yourself before you can be a viable soul and continue on your path the way that you should be or would love to be. And these are the things that are blocking. Air energy anyways is about speaking your truth. So this has probably been you weighing on certain words, and certain things have been weighing on your chest. So also, if people think you're a villain, fuck them with love. I don't really curse too much, so I think an occasional one just slips out, hopefully, you know. But yeah, no, seriously, forget them. It's if they see you as a villain, that's again, that's their perception. That is, and also again, or do they even exist? Are they with love? You know what I mean? I mean, first of all, you are the you are the person that's living your life first and foremost, and it's based on what is inside, what is in balance or not in balance, is what I feel is going to be projected into your experience. So these people are divine mirrors, just reflecting all the unhealed parts of ourselves. And this is also a way that our oversoul or whatever you want to call it, God, source, our guides too, other entities giving us guidance, right? That they help us get on the path if we listen to it. If we listen to it, then hey, that's when shit hits the fan. You feel me? So yeah. So don't worry about, I think the most powerful position anyone can be is when you can be in a position where you absolutely do not give a what anybody else thinks. As long as you're in a place where you're not harming anybody, you're staying in your own lane, you are setting healthy boundaries for yourself, then forget those people. Those people, what is meant to fall, let it fall. It's not meant to be in your life. The things that stick around the things that stick around when you embody the best version of yourself are the things that are meant to be for you. So if you decide to work on yourself and to be and strive to be the best version of yourself that can you be, shining your light and illuminating your light, then you become the beacon. Let me bring this over here. Look, can I? Is this long enough? Then you become the beacon. Look at that. You shine in the light. And then people see and they coming over. You know what I mean? Because of what you're emanating. You receive what you put out. Life is what you give it. Don't let it fool you. That's why some people say, like, it's a constant balancing act, day to day, moment to moment. Don't allow yourself to get into stream. That's why flow state is so important, because then if you just take a step back, and you see the pillars from the High Priestess card in the background, light and shadow. But now you have control of your thoughts, meaning that, okay, well, now I'm taking a step back. And I'm not going to allow these thoughts to overtake my life. You feel me? Watch them feel happy. When you feel down, then you know. Yes, exactly. Divas, you gotta thank you. Yeah. If you kind of notice and you feel that other people kind of get joy in your misery, that's crazy, man. That's just straight crazy, But again, we can't remove accountability. We have to be accountable for our own actions, for choosing to be with these people. You have the power to leave. And I know it sounds crazy, I know, and my heart goes out to those that may be in compromising situations that may be a little more extreme. So just know, like, I don't take me being on this platform speaking to you now in a cool wolf hat with a cool background. I don't take this for granted, y'all. Like, I didn't even want to show my face when I started my channel, y'all. But in a world of fakeness, you know what I mean? I don't know. Because people desire more realness. And if I'm talking about authenticity, then it just makes sense, you feel me? What you see is what you get, baby. I'm like this in real life. I don't be wearing the wolf hat every single place, obviously. Maybe I will too, who knows? But I think these will get dirty, so I don't want to get these dirty. I wore this to an ecstatic dance. I do wear them to ecstatic dances. If you've ever been to ecstatic dance, you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like a trippy music, and it has like a crescendo. It starts out like when everybody's kind of doing like one of these things, and just kind of like, It's essentially ecstatic dance is allowing your body to move freely to the rhythm of the beat, whatever your soul is desiring, and it's very healing and therapeutic. It's a way to let go, D2C goddess, exactly. Focus on what makes you happy. Yes, D2C goddess, I'm behind on you. Keep interacting in the chat though. I'm getting down on these, I love it. You gotta give yourself permission, and she's talking to you. Allow yourself your life face. Allow yourself the permission to choose who you allow in your life. Yeah. You control, gain control of who is taking of your energy. Not everyone is deserving of your energy. You feel the weight of it all. Sharing the love, baby, I love it. I love the discourse in there, y'all. Keep it up. That's beautiful. Mm-hmm. I think I'm caught up now. I've always wanted to do ecstatic dance after my body started moving on its own in a very natural way. Ooh. Maybe it's that snake, that Kundalini snake, maybe you feel it, and maybe it's like itching. Maybe you need to go on a little trip of your own, if you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. With much love. Can be a very healing experience. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, my dear. Grab your beverage of choice. Grab your food, snacks, or whatever. I'm about to get macking on some snacks over here. Kundalini moves, yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Kundalini moves, baby. Uh-oh, music style. What's going on? Oh. Y'all have any ideas, by the way? You want to give me some keywords? We can come up with some cool music. I want to kind of keep it similar vibe-ish, but I don't know. I'm open. I want to see what you want to. We can come up with some trippy music. Maybe someone give me some keywords or some ideas of some kind of music. Tell me maybe the range from 1 to 100 of like craziness or whatever, you feel me? And maybe we can come up with a song. I think that'd be cool. Tears. Oh, thank you so much, Amamora. I love that you love the music. Yeah, it kind of evolved over time as I kind of like, I always put disclaimer, I use AI assist, but you know, for background music, you know how lame a lot of the actual like collective domain ones that are available? I mean, I'm glad they exist, but in some of the platforms you're very limited and it sounds so basic. So unfortunate that I got on the scene. I mean, I wish I got on the scene earlier on YouTube, but I'm grateful now. I'm a one-man show, and with this AI assist technology, I mean, having the rights to use this music and tweak it any way I want to, you know what I mean? It's beautiful. Totally channeling. Yeah, with that, if you're moving to the music, you could be channeling something for sure. If you're referring to that, Moon Honey. Moves, beautiful synchronized circular patterns I've never consciously. Yep, that definitely sounds like channeling. Nice. You're a stargazer, Amamora? Or are you talking to Evie? Oh, Evie, maybe. Any World of Warcraft fans in the house? Any MMORPG people in the house? My favorite race, and you know, I would love to have the opportunity to play again. Just taking care of other things to free up my time. But I was very fortunate to get this right here. just in that, I don't know if you can see it. It's the Night Elf crest from World of Warcraft. It's my favorite race. Night Elf Death Knight, baby, for the win! You know what's so funny though? Growing up though, I've always had an interest in, like, I was raised Christian for like 3/4 of my life, so I technically should not even like any of these things, right? Because everything is considered demonic. Anything that it wants you to learn, then nothing to see here, it's demonic, don't worry about it. So, hey, what was I saying before? Space it. Gorgeous glass. Thinking of stuff to put in AI. Ah, I see. Sinead O'Connor, Tears from the Moon. Oh, I see what you're saying. So I'm gonna try to, let's keep it to keywords, because even though it is like, it's advertised to like mix and match, I'm very much, just in case anybody tries to say anything, this is my way of safeguarding myself. I try to avoid using the direct names, so I'll give you an example. Let's see. I'm not gonna reveal all my keywords, but I would put things like Frisian, if you know what Frisian is. Frisian is kind of something that makes you like, your body tingle, you know what I mean? ASMR, anime, shadow, things like that. So, Hey, I'm proud to be a witch, baby. And for the longest time, I thought witch was only for a woman. And see, that's all these programmings in such society to, you know. The thing is, like, I'm gonna keep it real with you too. Watch out for those healers that try to put, whether you're man or woman. I see this happen all the time, and I'm not gonna lie, on a soul level, like, it hurts me how many people buy into it and they eat it up, because it's like, but it's wrong though, right? Because the whole point, like, everything's a distraction. Politics, distraction. These are all mechanisms of division. But then I see some healer, even in the witchy community, based on their past traumas and everything like that, where then they just totally hate the opposite gender completely. You know what I mean? And even if they don't say it outright, you can hear it in the language, like a distaste. And it's like, yo, this is not cool. You feel me? Like, like, to me, that's giving a witch a bad name, yo, because we're straight from Mother Gaia, baby. You know what I mean? Samael Lilith, the original primordial beings, as a divine one, right? Oh, and yo, I gotta call out these people. I almost forgot this. This is crazy. Thank you, universe. Please, I'm bringing awareness to this, y'all. Don't fall, like, I get it. Sometimes it comes in at the right time and it resonates. But the way that some healers, or some people be putting up, the ones that do this, you know who they are. They become something pretty or whatever, a shiny crystal, whatever, and then they just be doing one of these things like that. And then he said, 444, share with everybody you know. Instant abundance, while they're going like this. I don't know, it's just like, so it's just like, you're not actually with love. If your whole channel looks like that, it starts to make me wonder what actual sustenance, like, it just seems like it's preying on desperate people. And I feel that those people, they know what they're doing, baby. Like, that, I don't know. To me, it just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. And it's usually the ones that have the looks. they got the looks, and this goes for man or woman. But obviously, like, there's a lot of thirst traps. As a man, I'm gonna keep it real. There's a lot of thirst traps, and these healers, the people, they know what they're doing. But hey, we trying to survive, baby. You know what I mean? I'm sexy as fuck, baby. So you know what I mean? So I'm here. I get it. You feel me? So yeah, monetize that shit, baby. But I'm just bringing awareness to it. You know what I mean? I unfollowed and unsubscribed for a lot of these people that it just didn't seem like they were bringing anything of value other than just waving something around for like a few seconds to count as a reel. It was just repetitive, you know. Now granted, that's where I'm also like, I'm not trying to judge, like, I'm just bringing awareness, because obviously as a channel focused on cards, you know, you can only get so, you can get diversified, and I try to mix it up, baby. Just bring that pechugazo de pollo with like theater and different things, you know, and I have so many ideas. If you want to, I'm looking for a personal assistant. If you're interested in working with the Mystic Royal Collective, Mystic Wolf, you know, depending on what we decide on, it may require relocating or may not. I don't know. Let's chat. Instagram, baby. Come on now. All right, let's see what they call this. Jeanette81 Canada, welcome in the chat. Hopefully you're subscribed and you've liked the video. If you haven't already, I love you. You're wonderful and you're beautiful. And I wish you the most positive energy. Boom! The most positive energy possible, baby, for everyone in the chat. Extended through eternity. Boom. Yes. Yeah, hey. You know, I'm curious, Evie, if you're still in the chat, what is possession? I'm curious, because a lot of people are so quick to slap labels on everything like that. But let's keep it real. One person may call it possession. One person may think of allowing their body to be a vessel to be used for a purpose, even for a time. There are people that are very skilled and allow themselves to tap into the etheric realms and have enough motor skills to be on autopilot. I'm not even making this shit up. Like, enough motor skills to be present, exercising the high priestess energy of literally removing from the body, but you still, then you start seeing your eyes as if you are seeing a movie, but you are playing a video game. You still actively participating, but you keep yourself enough motor skills to be in there, but you're also astral traveling at the same time, partially. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, crazy, right? Because hey, we're infinite beings, baby. What I'm talking about. So yeah, you know what I mean? Possession, what is possession? Maybe we're allowing entities to come into our body for a time to speak through us and to give a divine, you see some of the famous channelers online, you know what I mean? But I will say it is, there is a certain level of strength to be able to handle certain entities, I would imagine, not to be scared of them. And see, that's, if you ever decide to try to channel or tune in with any entities, you cannot be scared. You cannot be scared. No. And if you are fearful, then I would recommend you not even try. You have to allow yourself to be in a flow state. This is just my opinion, right? And you can always fuck around and find out, right? But allowing yourself in a flow state and not going into astral projecting or going into certain realms with any expectation of receiving anything. Go in it because you're curious, or maybe you're just wanting to have fun, something. I don't know, whatever it is for you. But the less expectations you have, the better, because you may get even more than what you bargained for. And usually that's what happens. If you don't set expectations for yourself, sometimes you get something even better, and that's awesome, baby. So release expectations. Second, release fear. These beings that exist, they don't look like us. Some of them are gonna look scary. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I practice this practice where if you get into pitch black environments where it's so dark. When you open your eyes, you can't even see your hand in front of your face. Practice in small moments, and if you're in a safe place to do it, it's a form of meditation that I do in being able to commune or be able to potentially connect with other deities, or maybe see who may want to be connecting with me. To be able to see any image that you are seeing right now, and for any blind viewers that I have, maybe you can shed more lights, or if you share this with anybody that you know, or you know anybody, it's like, usually if a person in this life has chosen through circumstance or whatever, from a soul point, when I say have chosen, by the way, it's not that in this life that they chose to hurt themselves or get hurt where they lead to a certain impairments. That's not what I'm saying. But on a soul level, before we even born here, we had made karmic contracts and decisions with other souls and divine fractals in advance, because we are collective consciousness, so we already just know what's going to happen. So we kind of choose these things because we know these things are going to, on a soul level, in the end, even though it's hard going through it, it's going to help us grow and elevate and ascend. The more that we can transmute energies in the collective shadow by the end of our incarnation, the more that we enhance the overall elevation of and ascension of the collective. They are delusional, I can't stand them. Diva Sea Goddess said, I do it justice. Samael and Lilith is Baphomet. I think that's what you meant, right? But yes, the GOAT, baby! The greatest of all time, baby! And that's what you are, my love. The greatest of all time. Somebody screaming outside my home. It is 3 a.m. Oh, shoot. Interesting. When I heard what you said, screaming, it made me think of Scream from the, Scary Movie franchise, where it's not actually scary, it's just funny. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm like, shoot, like, I mean, there's some serious stuff that happens in the world, and I've had to kind of like try to piece it out and figure out in my mind, like, somehow this exists, but I've been programmed to say that, you know, all these things are bad, but some things collectively have been agreed upon that they are bad. So it's like, ooh, well, why does it exist? But then it teaches other people lessons. So see, that's the cosmic duality of things, right? Yeah, Diva Goddess crazy. You're like, who, huh? Exactly. That's not good, Diva. Jeanette 81 Canada, what are you talking about? Manipulation. Oh, I see. Drunken people? Are you drunk? Someone else drunk in the chat? No shame. 5 o'clock somewhere, I'm sure. Baby, make sure you like the video and share this with anybody you know. Subscribe! If you want to talk to me directly, talk to the Mystic Wolf. Oh, forgive me, my love. I just love going freaking nuts for you, baby, because I love you. Wonderful. Natural gifts don't need cards and tools. Good for entertainment purpose, good intention, not upsetting the balance. I get you, Jeanette 81. But hey, if you ain't vibing with it, exit stage left with love. If you ain't vibing, but if you vibing and you chilling, you're always welcome here, baby. Just keep it respectful, you know. But yes, I love you. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. I love all my divine fractals, even if they hate me. I have a lot of people that hate me, but you know, I love them in return, and that pisses them off even more somehow. Just look at their eyes. Yeah, the crazy eyes. The narcissist's definition of possession. Well, again, remember, you're careful of trying to label so many things. The more that you label, like, remember, you can't be giving people power willingly. Like the more, like, and I was guilty of this for a while, because like there was like, first of all, never deny your intuition, you know what I mean? And sometimes there's things that come up where you know automatically something that's going to happen, And then it just literally just answers it from a confirmation from an interaction you had with whatever said person, whatever fucking thing is going on, you know? Diva Sea Goddess, what are demons exactly? And are they bad? That's the thing. I don't think they are. They are just aspects of the divine collective consciousness. And demons are just entities that have existed, that people have as a collective had labeled and identified certain energies towards certain things as a way to push it off from themselves. I feel that some of these things exist solely from in the past. Someone out there didn't want to have to deal with it, so they pushed it off, and then they call it less than. They call it a demon, which I think in the translation say beneath. They're running away from their shadows, and that's the whole point of this whole charade that we're doing. It's to divide yourself from the darker parts of yourself. It's all still a part of you, and even if it does not fit, or in some cases, yeah, some things you don't want to act on them. You know what I mean? But ignoring that exists ends up being more dangerous than just facing it head on and seeing, okay, is this going to turn me into someone that I don't recognize in a place that's going to lessen me? Or am I strong enough now to be able to face this, understand it, and then equip myself with armor of protection to know that, hey, you know what? Now I can spot this in someone else, and maybe, just maybe, I may meet someone else that has been through a certain situation, and my speaking about my experience and how I overcame this can change someone else's life. You have no idea that there are people waiting for you, collective. Even in the mundane shit, like there's people waiting for you, okay? But yes, demons are things that people want to avoid. You have to confront and speak to your demons. Your demons are not bad. They are part of you. They are just called as such because people want to prevent facing them. They are afraid of them because nobody wants to change. And I'm not gonna sit here and tell you this is gonna be fairy tale and roses and easy. That's why people don't do it, because it's hard. Message retracted. The eyes are the mirror of your soul. Thank you, Diva Sea Goddess. Yes, keep it 100, Diva. You said, Jeanette, Canada. Met demons in my dream. They're so ugly. Oh, what if they think we're ugly? What if they are the most beautiful demon in their worlds, and you just called them ugly? Oof, crazy. Ugh. Look at Rick and Morty. Look at how many galactic races. You think we're the only galactic race? Come out now. What are you talking about, collective with love? I like that little emoji, Diva Sea Goddess. Involuntary moves is a flow state. Yeah, it is. That's beautiful. Oh. Ooh, don't want to set anything ablaze. Not a demonic possession, but my lower vibe is hard to tap into. But can I ask you, Evie, if you're still in the chat? Fun question. I wasn't even saying your ecstatic dance was, because that's not even where mine was, but it's interesting that you said that, because I'm wondering, like, demonic possession, well, what is that to you? And is that actually a bad thing if you allowed something to be able to understand? I know it sounds kind of crazy, but like, I think there's a lot of different meanings of possession and what that actually means. And I think there are adepts, there are people that are very skilled and have a great level of control. You'd be surprised. So Remember, nothing. We are not to fear anything. We should, in fact, allow ourselves to work with as many energies as possible that we feel that we are capable of. But that doesn't mean go balls to the wall. That means you have to make sure you balance your rest. Everything balances, scales, baby. The amount of scales that we talked about earlier. Okay. Using movement is to cleanse your energy. Add moon honey. Yeah, movement does help cleanse the. Oh, you're talking to Edie. Yeah. Okay. I'm always chilling, just saying, don't hate anyone. We're all on a journey. Yeah, we are. We're just trying. And I always say, hey, I don't even want you to take my word for things. I want you to critically think for yourself. And to me, I try my best to be a catalyst for someone else. You know, I don't even want you to expect, because my abilities and the deities that I work with, they may not be the ones that you're meant to work with. And that's fine. And I think that's where right now we live in a society where people think it's only one way or the highway. So if they meet anybody that's any bit different than what the Joneses are doing or anybody else in the Matrix is doing, then it's immediate cancel and just try. And, you know, of course people are just afraid to do anything different or be themselves, because everybody trying to cancel people left and right and all this kind of stuff. But you know what? At the end of the day, I think, what was it, Evie? You said about people painting you a villain? Who cares? You know how many people hate my guts? I had people trying to get me in trouble today for no reason. You know what I mean? It's just like, there's some people that they like, you can even just keep to yourself. And that's what I do. I go to work, keep to myself. I do my job. My guests love me. I get a lot of good guest compliments, you know what I mean, when I serve my tables. But there's other people, there's haters and stuff like that they don't like that shit. So they try to, you know, because then to them you're competition. I'm not competing, I'm just being myself. But see, to me, I love these people. I love my coworkers, but you know, to me, I don't take that as a reflection of who I am. I know who I am. But, you know, I just find it unfortunate that if people, think of it this way, if you have haters, that means they see something in you that's of value. Think about that. They think they see something of you that's valuable, and perhaps it's something that they don't have and something that they want to have, but you're actually someone that's out there doing the work and actually going for it, and they're just kind of just sitting around twiddling the thumbs and doing like nothing. Of course they're gonna be mad, because in their eyes you're making them, and this is those people that are tied with their ego completely, that their ego defines them. They haven't built that synchronistic connection with source. And I'm still trying to wonder how many of things that exist is Agent Smiths versus actual divine fractals. Even in a verse somewhere it says, be mindful, you could be entertaining angels unaware. Think about what that could mean. For something to be able to be seen in any way, there has to be a certain light emanating from that frequency to bring it into your third eye, into your vision, into your mind, for then you to be able to process that and you to be able to put it out there. And on a cosmic level, it sounds so crazy. And maybe I say people, yo, I don't have all the answers. I'm still learning, and I hope to learn from you. So please keep talking in the chat. I love this. But to me, it's like, I'm still trying to figure out the part of consistency, because the Matrix is so sophisticated that there is a level of consistency that exists. So that makes you wonder, okay, it could be we are the only thing that exists, and everything is adapting like an AI would based on the things that you're putting into it. Life is what you give it. That was a message I got recently. And Ouroboros is supposed to be 2. Infinity. They only have 1 snake. That's wrong. Ouroboros is like this. A real Ouroboros. Like that. Duality, baby. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm still researching, but that's what I feel. Resonates for me. Always chilling. just energy in the end. Yes, lower vibrational state, higher state. Heaven, hell. What is hell? If any hell exists, we're living in it, I think. That's not to be pessimistic. That's just like, that's a place of empowerment. If you can think that, granted, there's some really effed up that happens, right? But this is why that whatever you attach yourself to, if you attach yourself to things that are happening in this world as a reflection of who you are as a person, and not like, maybe it's a test and maybe you are not putting out who your essence out there, you know? Maybe it's a time for you to put your essence out there, you know? Demons are not funny at all. Session to me, low vibes. I mean, what is low vibes and high vibes, my love? I mean, this is not me, like, you know, 915 could be significant. That's a good number. But remember, we have a lot of programming that tells us these things are bad and these things. And again, I'm not telling you to go out there and start working with demons tomorrow. That's not what I'm saying. Not everybody's meant to. But I'm a big proponent of bringing awareness, of removing fear, because what you fear is going to be a certain level of control over your life. Why are you going to willingly relinquish control over your life? I don't want to do that. I definitely think for self, I just observe everything. Jenna 81 Canada. Yeah, practicing the high priestess energy of observing and not attaching yourself. 2121 could be significant. That's the time right now on 24-hour clock. 2121, baby. Yeah. Cheers, baby. Grab your beverage of choice. Water. 5 o'clock somewhere. Kombucha. Whatever. And join us, my love. They don't match your energy, that's why they act like it. Diva Goddess. Oh, you took a channeling class. Miss Moonin, how did it go? And once he experienced movement too, and he was, oh, wait, hold on. And he was saying it's not unembodying, but they send thought forms, which is interesting. Elaborate, or let me finish reading. Diva Siga, their weak ass can't come to you and tell you to your face. Fucking 100%. I'm putting that from my alternate account. Yes, for real. 100, baby. You keeping it 100, Diva C Goddess. People are so afraid to say to your face. Cowards, bro. Cowards. And if you watching, my stalkers are watching this right now, you know who you are. Cowards, baby. With love. You know who you are. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. Sending it with love, by the way. Let me tell you though, some people will be trying to keep you on the hook because they're too afraid to do their end of the bargain. Think of how up that shit is. That someone's gonna try to linger and dangle your energy and then try to tether your energy. That's why, baby, sometimes you gotta put that protections up and then you gotta cut that big time. Get that vete a la calle, amigo. Get that out of here, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Stand your ground with some of these people. These people are gonna try to come into your life when convenience. It's called conditional love. They don't care about you unless when you have things going well for you. When you have things going well for you, they want to come into your life randomly all of a sudden and they're like, oh my God, I've been thinking about you. Bullshit. Exactly. With love. You were asking how they had the ability to move. Okay. When you say move, what are we moving, Miss Moon Honey? Ooh, yo. Now, if you can find a healthier brand that doesn't add sugar to it, and that's organic, even better. But yo, I tell you what, this right here, not a sponsor, the dried cranberries, that's natural fruit roll-ups right there, baby. That's nature's fruit roll-up. That's delicious, baby. Delicious. Come on now. I don't want to discover, hold on, I don't want to discover that I've been hauling ass and someone was leeching off of that and it wasn't mutual, you know? Yeah, unfortunately it never usually is. You know how Haya said can answer yes or no through me, moving like that? Yes, Miss Manaya. Leave a seat, guys, I got you. Is that a whale? That looks cool, whatever that is. Hey, let's get to 500 subscribers. Please share my profile with other people, y'all. If I get to 500 subscribers, then I have the opportunity for the platform to pay me some more. And then maybe I set some easy access for y'all to pay for questions. You know, I don't mind doing the super chat once I get it unlocked. Yeah, definitely. That's one way. We can receive a lot of messages through a lot of ways. But yeah, elaborate, Miss Moon Honey, if you want, for sure. I feel that that's definitely a way to. Because also, think about this, if I may, Miss Evie. Not everything is mental. Some things are physical. And the physical is that if someone has a unbalanced masculine, no wonder they can't manifest as easily. So if you're not taking care of yourself physically, which is masculine energy is at least laying the foundation, in this instance is of you taking care of yourself. So ecstatic dance, I would imagine, of course, like your body kind of needed like an outlet to be able to kind of move, because like there's a lot of like stress and like buildup of energy and like sludge that can come. And sometimes these dances can like loosen things up. Are you asking me that question, Miss Diva Sea Goddess? That Vergang, baby. That's why it's sexy as fuck, baby. You know, I look younger for my age. That's a Vergang, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What are you, Diva Sea Goddess? My ex was an Aquarius. She's an Aquarius. She is an Aquarius. Sorry, she's still here, obviously. I have nothing but love for everybody in my past, by the way. They were divine connections that were meant to have happened. You enjoy what you are meant to enjoy for a time. And through growth, you realize it comes real growth when you can accept the fact that, you know, hey, some people are not meant to be always, and some people, takes a lot of maturity to allow yourself that place of tribalist mindset that, you know, we don't own anybody. We have to remember, like, we are all divine beings. And that's why a lot of relationships fail, because there's a lot of programming that talks about just pouring all your energy into one other person. I have nothing but love, beautiful, for Mystic Royal Collective. But I mean it, like, as much as possible, if you can have as little attachments to this simulation as possible. And it's hard. It really is hard. And me telling you this, I'm not telling you to go ahead and disband all your connections, because no, you're not supposed to do that. But it's very rewarding though. Think of it this way, and I'm not telling you to answer this, because to some it could be said to be controversial, but just like think for a moment and allow yourself to just think that if everything is collectively connected, that means that we cannot deny the fact that these evils, or what we classify as evils, that they exist and they have a reason for their existence. They're teaching people lessons. People are growing as a result. Yes, it's hard. I'm not justifying anything by saying that. I think it's fair to say that you can acknowledge something that's happened and not agree with whatever action it is, but also acknowledge that sometimes that certain figures and certain things were meant to pop into society to create such a shift and a jolt and an awakening, to shift from the norm that's been going on for so long. Just think about that. When you get triggered next, whether it be in an argument with your spouse, your loved one, or family member, think of it for a moment. Instead of reacting, and just pause for a moment. Fuck the other person with love and respect, but don't let them force a response before you're ready, because that's what the narcissist is going to want to force a response out of you. And if you believe in simulation theory, well, that's just a part of your conscious speaking back to you. Are you going to just take it, or are you going to be like, are you going to ride the better road and know that, hey, what this person is trying to project onto me, that's on them, that's not me. So I'm going to hold true to myself, and I'm going to walk away from the situation. I kid you not, it's very hard and uncomfortable to do, but it's the best thing that someone can do. Because with a narcissist, you cannot argue anything. It's just, nothing is gonna get through. And the more that you try, it's like quicksand. The more that you try to squirm and defend yourself and everything like that, you're feeding to the fire and you're sinking further. I'm just saying this from my experience because I love you and I don't want you to get in the same thing, okay? I see it that way. It's kind of fucked up. Sometimes when I beat them out. Does it show? Can someone verify it's showing these messages when I hit show? Because if it's glitching on YouTube, so what it does when I have it set to moderation, I don't know, I might change it. It's picking up on like a lot of things, but some people be saying some really fucking crazy things, so I feel I have to keep it on moderates. But anyways, let me know if it shows Divine Sea Goddess. Yes, I know sometimes we want to act, but you know what? That's exactly what they want. People want a reaction. Are you going to give them the reaction? That's what they want. Even if they get hurt for a little bit because maybe you did beat them up or her up, whatever. Just for you, collective, I'm going to pause my snacking so I don't get on these cards here. Mystic Wolf Oracle, what happens to those kind of people eventually? They're saying that there's no getting through to them. Well, whether in this life or the next, Miss Evie, they're going to figure it out for themselves. Just know that it's not your responsibility to take care of them. You're not their parents, even if you were. Their life is their responsibility. It is not. This is where accountability on both sides is so key. People choose to be in toxic relationships. People can choose to get out of them. So, are they going to evolve in this life? I'm not one to say. I don't know. That's based on the path that they chose. But from the ex-people pleasers or people that are people pleasers now and trying to get out of that bullshit, ex-people pleaser, nice to meet you, you know. once you get to a place of not caring as much and focusing on yourself, then like standing for your truth, like just tell these people how it is. These narcissists are narcissists because they live in a society where people are afraid to speak and defend themselves. So these people have all the fodder and everything imaginable. This is their playground right now to feed on people's insecurities and inability to act on themselves. Why do you think it's like certain people have certain things that other people don't? Because they are taking risks. They're doing things differently that other people are not doing. And this goes for the morally good or morally bad, both sides, whether they're the top 1% or whatever, or have so many connections, whether they lean good or lean bad. I'm putting all these quotes because everything is perception. Different species, they eat their own people, and that's normal Tuesday, Taco Tuesday for them, you know? So like, it's just like I want to emphasize, we have to take accountability for what we have chosen to adopt as a collective consciousness. And if we want to change it, then we got to change the definition that we have assigned to it. Quit coming up with so much clickbait bullshit of trying to incite violence or separation. What are you doing? Like, you're literally like prolonging the whole journey for everybody. Thank you very much. But you know, yes, to answer your question, some of those people, if they're meant to in this lifetime, they will change. They may not get fully realized and fully ascended. It may take a few more incarnations physically before they get to a point where they will ascend in a celestial fire. There's so much symbolism of that in movies, baby. Like the things that exist don't exist for a reason. For someone to have a thought about something, that means somewhere in some dimension, someone tuned into that thought from some reality and it was able to bring it into this world and to bring it into existence. Nothing that has been thought of is a new thought, is what I feel. It's already been there. We're eternal beings, like everything is there. We're just remembering these things as we go. So yes, Evie, these people are going to learn eventually. You know what I mean? Some people, they may never learn. But the thing is, like, those people are also us. Like, how that's crazy to have to force down our throats and realize that those people are also us. That's crazy, right? But they are us. Collective consciousness. And that's why as a healer and as someone that becomes more ascended and more evolved, you have to realize, like, okay, well, like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, okay, yes, they are part of us, but like, I hate this motherfucker, or I hate this person, right? With love. But then they are part of us. How? When it's everything I don't like. Well, think about this. Maybe you're like, okay, let me make it even easier, okay? It's about halfway, give or take, okay? Halfway. As above, so below, okay? Maybe you're, if you can see it, this blade of this emblem here, maybe you're this divine fractal here, right? And your soul tribe are the divine fractals surrounding it. Those are the people you're gonna click with the most. This person on the opposite end here, right? Let's just pretend this is light, this is dark, right? You ain't gonna resonate with everybody on the light side either. They're gonna be in the opposite side. And you may have skirmishes, you may have drama, and some of these could be your karmic relationships on this wing. You know what I mean? Light or shadow. Now let's go by shadow. Let's just say you align more, quote, light, right? In this incarnation. And then you meet someone that is taking the, to me, light and dark, again, put in quotes, because baby, everything is life, everything is perception. Wake up, wake up. Your mind is so powerful. Everything is perception. What you believe is going to be your reality, my love. So, all right. Maybe from now on I should put left hand path, right. Confirmation for left hand path, right hand path, depending on how you see it on my side, right? But left hand path is finding the divinity within the self. Knowing that you are God also, goddess, whatever you want to identify as. You are that divine being already. The left-hand path is you going and facing the trials as a god or goddess that you are. You see the mythologies that exist, right? Of these deities that exist now, whether Greek or Judaic or whatever. They did a lot of powerful things. They took risks, right? We have to learn to excel and get out of our comfort zone, my love, okay? Because everything at the end of the day, even the things that seem external to us, are a part of us. We are everything. We are everything and nothing at the same time because we want it to be. It sounds so crazy, but like it's true. Like, come on, baby. Come on, what are you doing? I might get off pretty soon, maybe. I don't know. I've been already 2 hours. I don't know. How you feeling, collective? How you doing here? Speak in the chat. If you want to keep on going, I'm kind of down. I have more food, but nobody's talking in the chat. I'm kind of feeling a little bored right now, a little bit. What are you doing, baby? You know what I mean? I'm not too bored. Can you drop my narcissist, please? No, I'm not my brother's keeper, and definitely I don't want to deal with other people's BS. Respectfully, with love, with love. But if you do want to work with the Mystic Warrior Collective, please reach out to me on Instagram, and maybe we can potentially share in our potential struggles and things like that. Right? Okay. Oh shit. I didn't catch nothing in the chat. Okay. I'm going to head out Mystic Wolf. I've been trying to get myself live. I did collab today. I'm on channel, Miss Slacking. Yo, Miss Moonhoney, if you're still in the chat, we can do another collab. Miss Casey, I think I might be doing one with Miss Casey soon, maybe. Forgive me, I'm taking my medicine right now. Hold on one moment, please. Feel the cleansing, my beautiful Mystic World Collective. If you vibe, if you know, you know. I have a medical prescription. Yes, Mystic Wolf. What do you think I did, Mystic Royal Collective? Diva Goddess? Diva Sea Goddess? What do you think I did? What have I done? I'd love to do a collab, just let me know. Yeah, Miss Moonhoney. Everybody enjoyed that collab we did last time, so I think people will love another collab. But you don't reach out to me. You barely reach. A lot of people are busy, you know, I get it, you know, feel me. Reach out to me anytime, though. Just say hello. I'd love to hear from you. That was quick. Are you wanting another one? Let me know. It's a beautiful medicine. The Gaia's medicine. We're gonna pull from the... Oh, this is gonna be the... This is the only deck I don't take outdoors. I refuse because there's barely any prints of this deck, but it's a really good fucking deck. It was a Kickstarter. Bird of Prey Oracle deck. This is the second version where it was complete. And I got it a good deal. Very solid card stock. Come on now. That was a yes, Diva Goddess. Come on. I could probably use some more medicine, so you let me know. Are you two-faced? I hope you're not. That's what came to mind. Turn that 8 to infinity. Look at that. Focusing. Screenshot if you want. Did someone play Sudoku? I see that on the numbers on the side. I don't think that's Sudoku. That's probably something sacred, so forgive me. But yes. As above, so below, baby! Don't put up so much guards. What are you doing? You're keeping things from coming to you. What are you doing? Wow, exactly. Wow, Diva Sea Goddess, of course. You see. You know what I mean? I always tell people I'm on a seafood diet. I see it and I eat it. You know what I mean? That's just kind of how it is. We just see food differently. That's all. You know? Yeah. Top card right here. This little blade looking thing, whatever. I have no idea. A bunch of blades. You have so much guards up. What are you doing? Everything's hidden inside. If you have too much guards up, like, how are you going to allow new information to come in? Of course, it's been kind of cobwebs outside because you have so much guards up. You got your eyes and protections. Nothing wrong with that. But if you got your guards up so much, of course, everything's going to kind of be like stale on the outside because you ain't allowing anything in. You ain't allowing the exchange of commerce, information, and thing to go flowing from within you. My beautiful, beautiful Mystic World Collective. Baby, you're beautiful. Who's all in here in the chat? Talk to me, baby. Talk to me. Talk to me. Look at that. Look at that star. Killer, baby. Think of like one of the ninja stars. Like, oh, look at that. Oh, I love this thing. I'm so grateful I got this. Look at this. This thing is such a beautiful. Look at this piece. Such a beautiful piece. Let me look at this. I'll give you a close. Look at that. It's a wolf, baby. Look at that. And it looked like a armored, like Nordic wolf or something. I don't know, something crazy, bro. But like, come on, focusing. Yo, that's so. I'm so fortunate to have found that. It's silver. Mystic War, baby! Thank you, Diva Sea Goddess. I'm so grateful. A beautiful divine fractal made it. And back in the day, I don't know this person, but I just happened to be at the right place, right time to be able to get it at a good price. If you're watching this right now, you know who you are because they subscribe to my channel, and I'm so grateful. The person I bought it from on eBay. Yeah, they know who they are. Good job, good job. Great customer service. And in fact, just because of that, I'm going to whip out another deck here, just in general. This here, look at this fancy box. Yo, eBay, not a sponsor for eBay, but eBay is where it's at to find some good finds, you know what I mean? Like, this deck was discontinued here. This is a cartomancy deck, a French deck, but this box set one was like a limited edition, like a wood with the hinges and everything. I was like, yo, that's kind of like, okay. You know what I mean? And I got a little grooves on there so you can put your fingers on it and not, you know, but you just turn it upside down whoosh, like that. Look at that. That's pretty cool. And normally, see, everything, I don't think I showed it to you when the normally they set and they're perfect. See that? Look at that. And because this is a playing card deck, cartomancy with some oracle thrown in there, they show all the suits in that. That's pretty dope. This I forget what it's called, but it's called Carta Mundi. I think it's like a French deck. Ooh, yeah. So Tarot, 78 cartas. Carta Mundi. Screenshot if you want to see. See, that's what it is. I always like sharing this information, so maybe you can score one for yourself if you want to take a look. They call it Regle du Jus de Ceru. I think I said that wrong. Forgive me. I think I butchered that completely, but it's okay. That's the actual name of this deck here. So it's a full playing card deck, bridge cut, thin, taller, a little bit bigger than a mini bridge deck. But yes, very fun, very cool, good quality. Thank you. I just like vibing here, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you're enjoying yourselves, you know what I mean? Even if you're just listening. So, gonna see, I like to use cartomancy as a way of confirmation because obviously there's no like reverse on most of them because they are like double-sided. So, to me, it's like confirmation. So this right here, for example, is like, it's using French terms. So like, dame, like madame, like dame. I don't know if I said that right, but this is supposed to be Queen of Pentacles, essentially. Queen of Diamonds, Queen of Pentacles. That's what's synonymous to the same thing. Someone that is, they already have the ideas already in motion. They already know what they need to be doing, even if they haven't like fully executed it. You know what I mean? 8 of Cups, 8 of Hearts, right here. As above, so below. Again, infinite beings, my love, infinite beings. Turn it like that, infinite beings. And we had this other card right here, talk about infinite beings, baby. See what I'm talking about? So, Cups is that water energy. Again, we talked about all the emotional states that's kind of been going on with this Knight of Cups, if you've been following earlier here. And as I picked up this deck, literally just showed here this Prince of Discs here, this Heir of Earth. See that? This Heir of Earth. This Prince of Discs is essentially, now this is that masculine energy regarding you taking action and steering the direction that your life is going in. Notice how he is riding this like ox thing, but it looks like an ox chariot with a shield and everything like that. To me, this is kind of like giving me the energy personally of someone that's scoping out the land or the layouts of where they want to plant themselves next, or at least planning that, which I think is great. No, yeah, it's not the chariot. Prince of Disc, which I think it's like Prince of or Page of Pentacles. Okay, thank you so much. But yes, yo, this one here is Wands. This is the Page of Wands showed up here. Or is this the Knight? Campion. I'm trying to, oh, wow, it could be Knight of Wands, yeah. So Knight of Wands from the Cartomancy deck. Knight of Cups you had earlier. Fire of Water. Yeah. Make sure you like the video, baby, if you haven't already, but I think you already have, so thank you. The tarot cards are originally coming from Italy, I think. Okay, yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's in French. But is it Italian? I don't know. They advertise it as French, so I will say that. Don't get me wrong. Ooh, we got a good one here, baby. Change is on the horizon in the way that you deal with your emotions. 5 is the number of change. Cups energy, water energy, the way that things flow from within you. Within, as within, so without. It's time to get into your flow state. It's undeniable. It's all over the place. Quit trying to control everything. Quit trying to control everything. It's not going to help, baby. Do you have any snacks yourself? Because I'm about to dive in my next level snacks right here. What's next? If you want me to keep on live with you, I gotta get some more snacks. Ta-da! Yeah. And for me, it's like, ta-da! Some house-made cooking from my family, which is why I was part of why I was late. But it was free food. I didn't really have any food with me at the time, so I was like, okay, yeah, thank you. Universe! Universe! I got half food, but like I wanted something like better. Yeah. How the change will feel natural and flowing. Yes. No snacks, making tea. Yeah. How long have you been brewing that within yourself? Itadakimasu. Itadakimasu. Like rice. Got some beans in here somewhere. Gracias, mamacita bonita. Thank you to my mama. I just happen to live in proximity. I'm very grateful. I still be able to enjoy some of the familia cooking. All right, so I'm gonna reveal the bottom card of this cartomancy, and I'm gonna move on from this. How you doing? Talk to me in the chat, baby. I hope you're doing great. We have the King of Pentacles, so you have the Queen, and now you have the King. Oh, maybe universe wants me to show you again. Tap into your ancestry, where you came from, the womb. Tap into your intuition. That was from the Queen of like Oracle Grimoire. If you weren't there earlier, you can rewind it later. Just know that anytime I do a live, the only thing that keeps it from me putting it live automatically is the time it takes to process in the system. And once it fully processes it, then I immediately, like, I'm trying to get in the habit of just putting it public, you know what I mean? Because I try to just keep track. I know what kind of content I'm putting out there. So King of Pentacles and you have Queen of Pentacles, full divine union. It's already time. It's overdue. Just see, they're both looking away from each other. This is the state that you're in, denying yourself. It's time to do it like this. Face yourself for once. Get that stabilized, my love. It's gonna lead to better things. Ooh, so what I promised you that I was gonna pull from, you ate chili con carne. That's like meat, right? Like brisket and a whole bunch of goodies. That sounds good. The food is good, yes. Diva Cigares, I'm not Mexican. That seems to be a common stereotype to any Hispanic is a Mexican. I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm just saying that, but I'm Costa Rican. Pura vida. Pura vida, mi amor. Pure love. I love my Hispanic community though. There's a lot of slang. There's a lot of cool, like, random terms that I learned. I've learned a lot from the Mexican community. There's a lot of slang terms that I would never have known if they didn't teach me them. But Costa Ricans have their own terms as well. Like for cake, when it comes to like eating cake, we say queque. When most Hispanic cultures say pastel or torta or, you know, something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, Costa Rica, pura vida, mi amor, bonita. I almost got lost in a volcano. I got lost in a volcano for 5 hours when I was like 7. We took like a family tour. It was fun. But we made it just in time for when the bus almost left. And then that volcano was dormant for like over 10 years. But then somehow, the next day after we escaped, the volcano erupted. What the? Check, please. Yeah, seriously. We were out of there. For real. I was doing improvising there, by the way. Diva Cigares, if you don't know. Improv is good. I mean, when I'm serving tables, I'm practicing my stand-up all day. You feel me? So no, we seriously about what, Evie? I hope you're having a good time. I hope you're having a great time as well. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. It was fun though. I'm not gonna lie. So like, I've already had a few near-death experiences already, and one where I actually passed through the other side when I had an operation where I had a chest operation where they had to put these rods in my chest to kind of like situate my chest bone. Long story short, that's for another day, but the rod at one point it punctured a hole in one of my lungs, so one of my lungs collapsed. So I like went through some kind of portal of sorts that was kind of like the equivalent of a Nintendo augmented reality, whatever that thing was, where the only game was Mario Tennis, but it wasn't red. This was like green. A lot of what I've experienced so far in like otherworldly like dimensions is like a lot of green outline. It really looks like kind of like Matrix green. Look, I'm not even joking. Like literally, kind of like you're seeing like outlines and things in this kind of green. It sounds kind of crazy, I know, but that was the anesthesia. No, Diva Sea Goddess, that was the mushrooms, actually. But no, I have seen that green even outside of the mushrooms. So, I'm sure anesthesia, like think of alcohol, right? Like they call it spirits. Spirits, come on, spirits for a reason. Search up the Agori tribe. Now, like, granted, everyone, even if I don't understand it, even if it sounds weird and sometimes like very taboo or crazy to me, I don't live their life. And like, I was raised where that was like, well, okay, this is like, okay, no way, and this is like, okay. And other people are raised in a country where it's different. So this is why it's important to like know that it's okay for us to have different likes and different things and still coexist and be together, like for real. What's that? Can you elaborate, Diva Sea Goddess? What is that? I have no idea what that is. But I always willing to learn, so share with me what that is. Oh wait, let me switch up a little bit. Oh, yes, I do. To me, it's like heroic or nothing, if possible. Like heroic, like prescription. If you know, you know. I never tell anyone to do anything. Everything is for entertainment purposes. My personal experiences that I've had profound insights. And that's what actually, honestly, the first time doing it on my own was where I had that's where I had the true ego, if they want to call it ego death experience. And it was after the breakup with the past partner that I was with before. Her and I broke things off for whatever reasons is irrelevant. So that's between us. But you know, lessons, everything learned, right? And I was in a place ready for some further healing. And when I did that on my own, it really helped me to see just how significant, now just hear me out, okay? How significant and insignificant everything is. Everything is super important and not important at the same time. Like, life is not that serious as what you make it to be. Like, that's why we can bring comedy into things, even the most horrific things. Because life is really not that serious, but it is serious. But the seriousness is based on your perception, what you classify as serious. And based on serious, religions are made and divisive political structures are made, and that's how wars and all those things happen. Okay? That's not what this channel is about. This is about unity, collective consciousness. I avoid everything as much as possible about politics and everything like that. Thank you, Evie. Yes, Mr. World Cup. 404. 4 viewers, 64%. But think of this too, Evie. In programming or computers, that's 404 not found. So maybe someone's trying to mask themselves and stay hidden or whatever. I got some hard-boiled egg in here. Got some black beans. I got some rice. Pura vida, arroz con frijoles, con huevos y todo con puro sabor. Sí. It helps Evie said, helps me feel it takes practice, Evie, you know. It's not something that's gonna come right away, you know. It's how to take practice. It takes like to get certain level of motivation, maybe about a month where you get a certain confidence and a certain new routine, and then about like a total of 90 days, like 3 full months of actual discipline of doing something or changing a mindset where it's actually going to solidify. But time is perception, so like you can advance that however fast you want based on your perception. That's why please don't listen to the narrative. Don't listen to like what other people tell you. You're a lot more powerful than you think, and you can speed up the process as fast or slow as you want to, really. So, yes. So, I'm gonna pull from a special deck for you. I don't pull from this often because it's a pretty unique deck. There's nothing wrong with the unique. It's just the fact that it's not very well known, and it's pretty long, like explanation. But I don't mind reading it from time to time. But it's important though. So it is paired with this book here. This is an artist, an author that I found that is gifted in tuning into those shadowy realms or those mystical realms in the astral realms. Okay? Confirmation burp right there. Just to show you how trippy this cover of this book. Like, look at that. That looks so dope. This is Jewish mysticism, baby. This guy, his name is David Chaim Smith. You can look him up here. And this one here is called The 32 Keys. Now, this is talking about, like, this is where also, like, this is kind of like, remember a lot of these things, like, going into talking about, like, King Solomon and things like that. But also remember, like, King Solomon was known to be a mystic that had ability to control or work with angels and demons, okay? Because he knew about duality, and he knew it had to be that divine union. I think personally he probably ascended, but you know, it says the 32 Keys, David Chaim Smith. So not a sponsor, but it comes paired with this unique, huge deck with this cool, like, scorpion looking. But a lot of these designs, he's getting them downloaded from other dimensions and stuff. And I like the black on white. Looks like Cabal. It's Kabbalah, if that's what you're referring to. So look here, unboxing, and it goes. Oh, look at that red. Yo, that's so crazy, that blood red, right? But see this here? This is that kind of, like, look at that. Intricacy of, like, let me straighten this here. Look at that. Like, this dude is getting visions like this of these passageways in different areas and different astral realms. Now, granted, this is just one of infinite many structures that do or could exist or have existed, right? So that's on the front of this. So it's a huge, look, I'm a guy, I have huge hands, look. And look, I hold on like this. It's huge, it takes up my whole hand. Compared to the Cartomancy deck, look, Cartomancy deck this. Let me show you for perspective. Actually, even more perspective. Let me show you. Yes, the smallest deck that I currently have ish, which is my pocket's own regular playing card, bridge size mini bicycle deck here, compared to this deck here that is the 32 keys. What? What, bro? Look, and you got the ace at the bottom, baby. The fire, baby. Fire! See? Look at that. Boom! Look at that size difference. Anyways, yes, Diva Sea Goddess, of course. Bring the liveliness. My phone, my other phone is getting a little charged down, so let me switch the charger over. Let's see where I'm at here. 66%. I can take her off for a moment and nurse this other one back. If anybody wants to work with the Mystic Royal Collective, I am looking for a personal assistant. I am officially gonna probably announce it for about at least a year for sure. Maybe longer, I don't know. Just until I find someone that I can trust and I can vibe with. Could potentially include relocating, potentially tentative, depending on what the deal, yo. Reach out to me on Instagram. I love you, beautiful. So, anyways, oh yes. Look how hard this is to shuffle. I'm gonna take all this extra armor off for a second. I'm gonna do it vertically because it's just. All right, so we got this one here. So all of these, there's not really anything on it to explain so easily, but it's just more of an intuitive based deck. Are you in Canada? No, I'm in the United States, DVC. Are you in Canada? Where are you from? No, you said Netherlands, right? It was shown in the reverse. This is what we have here. Let me look at this for a moment and look at this right side up. Well, eat some of my food real quick. Keep talking in the chat, please. I love you. I like the discourse in the chat. Keep it going. Yes, DVZ Goddess. I had to put the rotation back in order. Anyone in the chat like to cook? Maybe you can cook me some food. I like to cook too. Food is so damn expensive though. Fuck. And I find I don't eat as much sometimes. Kind of fluctuates. Diva, see guys, you cook a lot. Beautiful. That's amazing. So I was analyzing this here for a moment. I think that there's like a lot of programming layers that you have to over time unhook and potentially have to unwind. And to be honest, sometimes it does mean that you have to face certain trials first before you can understand the wall. Because if you have a wall built around you based on like your upbringing or based on things that you've been taught, right? Like to an extent, well, granted on a soul level, from a place of knowing everything, you chose this. But now when you incarnated here, where you may not have incarnated with all your memories, so you're still remembering everything that you have decided upon from before. But typically it means like you're in an unhealed place. So you have a lot of programming layers based on family teachings, based on school, based on society, this matrix essentially. To me, this makes me think of I'm not saying this here is exactly what it is, because this is symbolic of an etheric realm of sorts, but the insights I'm getting on, essentially it's kind of giving me like Attack on Titan vibes, where it's kind of like the people in the outer layers only knew so much, but the more you got inwards, the more like the royalty people knew more secrets and things of the outer wall. Attack on Titan, my anime fans out there, talk to me, baby. You love spicy food and salads? Yo, I love salads, a good salads. Spicy food too. I love carne, I like meat. I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy typically. But I do like a good Caesar salad. I love salads. I ate everything. I'm hungry. Feed the wolf, baby. Just hungry, baby. You love chicken and fish. Yeah, my mom, she comes from Costa Rica, where they have the freshest chicken possible, where they're just strutting around having fun with it, and the roosters are strutting the pechugazo de pollo, amigo, they're just strutting around, but then you also they're all just running around having fun. So that's the best. Like I've been to Costa Rica when I was like 7, and granted, obviously, that it is, obviously we're eating chicken, so we know what happens to get the chicken on the plates, whatever. But I'll share this with you, a little memory. I went over there, I'd seen a bunch of chickens with the family, and I was like, trying to get close with the chickens. Unfortunately, their chickens are not the ones that like to be touched. And soon I would understand why. I mean, they treated them well, by the way. So, but obviously you end up like, for those that raise their chickens to end up like them later, then they think it ain't nothing but a chicken wing if they treat them right, you know what I'm saying? If they treat them right, they have a good life. That's different, you know what I mean? But there was one chicken that was very mean to me. I didn't do anything to it. I mean, at least that I thought. Little did I know that chicken was gonna be the one that was gonna be served to me on my plate later. I had no idea, and I felt kind of bad. But that chicken was an asshole though. But then I'm like, well, the chicken maybe knew, so I mean, I guess I can't blame it, right? So, but at the same time, I mean, even the animals are us. So it was a part of us that allowed itself to be sacrificed, you know, as the dirt that we came from, so will we go back to the dirt to nourish Mother Gaia and to provide nutrients in any way we can. I know that sounds grim, but it is the inevitable thing that's going to happen to other people. And for those that are not aware of it, unfortunately, sometimes that happens sooner to others than they would normally expect. And because sometimes you think you're young, you can live dumb and you can keep it going. But if you're not careful, then you'll just miss out on potential realities that we don't. Some souls are meant to know when their expiration date is, but to an extent, maybe to an exact date, and depending on their power and depending on their circumstance, they extend it, or, you know, if they want a faster exit, then, you know, I'm not saying anything further, but I'm just saying on a timeline sense, maybe, for example, if a person was deep into addictions on a very toxic level, on an unbalanced way, obviously if they kept feeding into that lifestyle to the very extreme, whereas like maybe a whole bottle or something like that, that's insane. Obviously they, by their own free will, are shifting timelines to the version where they probably cut their expectancy short by like 15 years or 10 years, versus if they were to just keep it casual and still have fun and maybe have a wild night from time to time, but, you know, still having that balance of treating the body correctly, you know what I mean? So, Evelyn Silly, welcome back, bro! I know my grandmother did as well, yeah, but that's that fresh. I mean, you know, it's as fresh as possible, you know, and unfortunately, at least where I'm from in America, even the organic standards, like the price of everything, by the way, organic, non-organic, it's like a 50-cent difference. I'm going organic still, but unfortunately, even the organic standards are not as strict as other countries, so other countries probably have better organic standards. But yo, welcome back, Evelyn Silly, glad to have you. The rooster who jumped on your head, it didn't jump on my head, it was just kind of like, it was like pecking, you know what I mean? He did become barbecue, he became some fried chicken, probably. Fried chicken, you know. I think it was good. It's been so long I remember, but I think it was a little bit just too trying to figure out everything. What was happening? Like, that's just Virgo in me, though, the analytical part, you know what I mean? Like, for real. You know what I mean? Like, what's this in front of my plate? Like, how did this, is this literally what I think? Even as a kid, like, I figured out, I'm like, the chicken's not there anymore. Ain't a thing but a chicken wing, my friend. My beautiful mystical rock collector. Make sure you like the video, please. So I'm looking this up right now. This one's taking me some time. Number 24 here. Come on. Focusing! No? 24. Yes. Thank you. I cried and haven't eaten for days after they could. Did you get to eat the duck though? Oh, you haven't eaten for days. Okay, okay. Forgive me. I just saw that. Did they eat it though? They ate it, but You didn't eat it. Is that what I'm getting? 24, I found it. Aww. Poor ducky. Sweet ducky. I think it's been a long time since I've seen, there used to be ducks. I mean, there still are ducks if I went nearby, where if I bring some bread, they're willing, they're ready for it. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 I'm gonna read this description after one more bite of this. Mm-hmm. You had a goat. You called her Sissica, white and beautiful. Oh. She was the greatest of all time, wasn't she? Was beautiful. She was the goat, baby. The goat. Key 24. So this is key 24. I might make this one the last thing, since I'm like looking at the time, I'm like, oh, it's pretty good live right now. The 24th key. Turns down just a smidge here. The 24th key pertains to the rebirthing of the. Now, there's going to be some terms I don't know, and I've looked them up, and I have to relearn again. So maybe you can look it up later. Or let me see if I can look it up real quick. I'm grateful to have multiple various little random devices lying around. What does Tzimtzum mean?
Dim sum.
Nope, no, not that. What does Tzimtzum mean, Judaism? Okay. It's not telling me. Anyways, Tzim, Tzum. Tzim, Tzum. Also, I think it's called Tzimtzum. Anyways, the 24th key pertains to the rebirthing of the Tzimtzum and its capacity to hold and display the triple worlds. I'm just going to manually type it out since the AI is not picking up, because I think it's important. The average person's not going to know. Like, I don't even know what it meant. Okay, contradiction or withdrawal. Can I show this? Yes. See that? Contradiction or withdrawal from Jewish Kabbalah. Okay. So contradiction, or so the rebirthing of a contradiction in its capacity to hold and display triple worlds. The word Tzimtzum, oh, and it just tells me next, so I should have just kept reading. The word Tzimtzum means contradiction, and the common Kabbalistic view places this mechanistic concept at the root of all reality. This imposes an ordinary reductionistic mentality upon what is inherently non-ordinary and beyond reduction. Once this fundamental misunderstanding is recognized, it can be dissolved, and in its wake, a deeper understanding can shine through. The mark is tikkun of the Tzimtzum as a symbol. When you start getting into these kind of texts, y'all, you looking up words out the wazoo, y'all, because you be like, what does this mean, y'all? Tikkun means repair. So this marks the repair of the contradictions. This marks the repair of the contradictions, of the simulations and things that we've been presented to us. That's kind of the vibes I'm getting with that. The problem begins with the contradictions or Simpson narrative, which is set within human perceptual time. What did I tell you? Time is perception, right? The tikkun, which is the repair or the fixing, as we talked about. The repair begins by erasing the timeline in a single moment's flash. The medicine for the disease of linear conceptuality is the contemplation of spontaneous appearance, which is beyond moments in time and locations and space. Like the previous key, which we're not going to get into that because we're short on time. I'm about to get off of you. But I think in regards to this, we're just going to keep it on this one. The upper cusp of the circle functions as the head, in the interior of the circle functions as the body that digests and receives energy. So the crown chakra, to me, that's seeming like crown chakra, and this is the body, the different layers of churning things and deciphering and filtering things out. That's kind of what I'm getting. I feel, by the way, just so you know, this is how intuition works. Like, even if something doesn't really show up here, if maybe you get a word or something that comes in, it may not resonate for everybody, but somebody may resonate for it. So just know squirrel moments are for a reason, okay? Anyways, it says here, the common Kabbalistic view sees the body as a step-by-step set of activities that descends from the head through a set of checks and balances and ascends back through the same measured stages. So you see, I guess there's like a pathway there, right? Contemplation of the lightning flash unmakes the mind reliance on the gradual succession and its directionality, which radically changes the way that energy is considered from all perspectives. And they show the whole outline here. Yo, I don't know if I'm gonna read this whole thing. That's why I don't pull from this one too much. Let's see. I'm gonna skim through this. The role of the lighting flash is to exert a purifying function throughout the circle and what it contains, which are the stages of the triple worlds. If you know what they talk about the triple worlds, I don't know. The triple world just says here, the head of the circle corresponds to the supernal triad. The interior, the triple worlds are known as B-E, Beya, Bria. Oof, bro, y'all. I may have to like stop it because there's a lot of confusion right here. I think some of these terms, I think this is definitely more for a more in-depth study for another time. But I'm gonna pull any little. Thank you for being here. Wonderful, beautiful collective. I think I'm gonna read this last part, and I think this is probably at least what kind of ties with the rest of this here. The mirror doesn't have an image of its own, and it reflects everything and anything but remains essentially open. It reflects openness to itself, by itself, and through itself. Despite whatever arises in this realization, Beya, which is what they deem as the triple worlds. Yeah, well, it's a lot of there's a lot of Judaic Hebrew terms that I'm not familiar with. My brother has lived there for over 10 years and is very familiar with a lot of these things. So he would know, but I don't. Like, I'm still learning. I have to look all these up. The triple worlds, essentially, like, to me, that's in witchy terms is making me think of like mind, body, spirits, like the divine triad, which is within the self. To put it in simplest terms, that's kind of what's coming to mind. And I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that. Like life is perception, everything. So like, again, don't go with everything either. The triple worlds perform the functions that it needs to perform. However, the fundamental meaning has been irrevocably transmuted. The ground is revealed in its nakedness, which is the basis of the transparency. All reflections are then realized as transparent through a shimmering, swirling bliss field. This is the medicine for the disease of concretization that has cluttered the mirror with reified reflections. So regarding reading from here, I'm going to end it there. But what kind of came to me was the connection between this physicality vessel and our divine connection is that third eye connection, right? Mind, body, soul. Yes. And sometimes, even in the mirrors, you got to clean them off from time to time, because if you have a whole bunch of gunk and a whole bunch of stuff sticking from all different directions, that's going to obscure and keep your view from seeing yourself clearly. And then over time, with so much gunk coming up, then of course you're not going to be able to see yourself clearly for who you are. Of course not. But yeah, I think that's it, collective, baby. Let's do a little closing, a little cleansing ceremony, okay? Just to kind of like close things off. Thank you, Evie. I appreciate you. Why do you hate the mirrors, Divine Sea Goddess? You would hate my place. I have tons of mirrors. But to me, that's like, to me, that's like more power, because I'm like, imagine all the portals that I'm intentionally laying out in my room. To me, maybe that's the chaos magician that exists within me. I'm like, hell yeah, baby. And I'm gonna keep it real. Like, since I'm cleansing my place with sage anyways, you know what I mean? Yeah, they are portals, but I'm like, what's wrong with a portal? Wouldn't you want to have like a room with portals to go anywhere you want? World of Warcraft had that. I want that too. Not to mention, superstitions are coming from a place of fear. So if you feel like you have to cover every single dang mirror that exists, because for some reason not covering it means that it's somehow opening the portal, well, one, you're diminishing your own power. I'm just saying, like, okay, putting intention, putting sage cleansing, embodying my own power, and know, like, I am intentionally sealing it off myself. And if anything was allowed to come through, then that's going to be something meant to teach me a lesson. Okay, well then, something I'll learn. Okay. Yeah, you don't like it? Yeah, I mean, I used to be very insecure growing up, because I was a fat kid growing up. There was a one moment where I was very insecure back in the day. I've been through a fat kid, very skinny kid, muscular, pechuga de pollo. At one point where I was in the best shape of my life, very ripped with like 6-pack and all that. It's very hard to maintain, by the way, realistically. And then just being normal and free, just living life. Cleansing, yes. I'm getting a little tired. I'm gonna get into my own energy and restore myself. Feel that sage cleansing, my love. Wow, did I really? I've been on 3 hours. I'm proud of myself. I try to be at least for like 2 hours. If I don't feel I can at least get an hour out, or at least 30 minutes, like I try. If I can't get at least 30 minutes, then I try. I mean, I guess I could do it like a 15-minute, but when I get in the zone, if I only have like 15 minutes and I gotta leave, like it kind of breaks the flow. So I try not to rush these things, you know. So just know that all of these lives, they get published on YouTube. So please share my YouTube with anybody you know. If anybody that you know that likes these kind of vibes, you feel me? I would love to connect with every one of you. Talk to me directly on Instagram, X, or TikTok. I am on Kick as well. Yeah, it was a fun time, Ms. Diva Sea Goddess. Thank you so much. I don't know who else is in the chat. I think I have a few stalkers in there that are not saying anything. And then I have you, Ms. Diva Sea Goddess, and a few others. It's so funny. You know who you are. Stalkers. If you consent, say I consent. Hold still. Take a deep breath. 3, 2, 1. We're closing any portals from this reading. Everybody having their energy restored to them, and if I am allowed to aid in sending any energetic protections towards my collective, may they receive protection, guidance during their time. Thank you, universe. Stalkers, yeah. And I know that you probably know if you have stalkers too. You know. These people think that we're dumb and we don't pick up on that Come on now. Evie in the chat. Meow. Exactly. Rewrite thing, baby. They are watching, yeah. They jelly, baby. They jelly at the way that we roll, baby. Because they don't have anything that they're secure about in their own life, so they gotta try to supplement that through other people's life. We are writing our own protections and banishments, sigils. If you consent, take on a count of 3. 3, 2, 1. Hold still. And take one more deep breath. 3, 2, 1. As above, so below. Thank you, universe. Ooh. if you consent as well, an extra sense of fiery protection from any dragon energy, if you may resonate with that or not. Envision two forces from each side, light and shadow. It's about true integration coming from each side. Yin and yang, baby. These two dualistic dragons, ice and fire. Doesn't matter, just two divine cosmic flames encircling you, coming from below, maybe one from the top, and they're circling and just wrapping around you in a cosmic fire, my love. And envision them locking in the heart space in the middle, locking in true union, that divine connection. Be that fire, baby, that dragon, baby. I think that does it, my love. Thank you so much for joining us. You're wonderful, you're beautiful. I had fun. So we will talk soon. I know you have already liked the video, obviously. Thank you. You're wonderful, you're beautiful. And check me out on Instagram. Make sure you like me and follow me everywhere, please. If you want to work with the Mystic World Collective, consider reaching out on Instagram. Maybe if we can find some way to collab. Even if it's just for like a quick video, I think that'd be cool. Wait, I started doing that intuitively recently. Did you? Yeah, envisioning dragon protection. That's pretty awesome. Yes, Diva, see guys, see you soon. And reach out to me anytime. Instagram, remember, reach out to talk to me, baby. I love you. Stay mystical, my friends. Mi amor, bonita, preciosa. Until next time. Ciao.